Limiting disturbance is key. We think about disturbance when we're hunting. How can we enter, hunt, and exit without alerting deer? Deer have an incredible amount of memory, and if we bump those deer or they start feeling unsecure, we can actually alter their movements. So we want to make sure that when we use our trail cameras, we're not impacting that deer's behavior. We're not altering it in any way. That way it feels very secure in the area, and that way we can monitor the area and move in to hunt more effectively. Today I want to take a few moments to explain how we use the Moultrie mobile system and a few other things to help limit disturbance where we're placing our trail cameras. When we go in to place a new Moultrie mobile in the timber, on fresh sign, or go scouting to find a new location, or maybe pull a camera and move it somewhere else, we're always thinking about how are we entering and getting to that location and getting out. Are we alerting deer? What's the wind doing? Is there high humidity? As we're walking in, are we touching a lot of limbs or vegetation and leaving scent in the area? Knowing that nose is how a whitetail survives, well, we keep that in the back of our mind when we're managing our trail cameras here at the Proving Grounds too. The time of day you check your trail camera could impact alerting deer. We like to check our cameras midday and during low humidity days. During midday, humidity is probably going to be lower and the wind is going to be more consistent. During the morning, we have thermals just like when we're hunting. That can be swirling winds, or late in the afternoon, evening, those swirling winds, we could alert deer in the area. Midday, that low humidity, we're probably not alerting as many deer, and we're not going to be bumping deer going to our camera site. Deer are probably bedded down to where it's most favorable for them, and early morning, late evening, late afternoon, they're more likely to be on their feet, moving to and from, covering food. One thing we really enjoy about the Moultrie mobile system is we can manage our cameras through the app. So that reduces the amount of time we're in the field. We can get that camera up, get it set up, and get out. And then we don't have to go back in to change the settings if we need. Another technique we use that minimizes disturbance is that we often like to place our trail cameras right next to our tree stand or blind locations. Now you're thinking you're going into that tree stand or hunting location and you're causing disturbance right there at your location. But the great thing about the Moultrie mobile is we can set it up and then we can leave it. So we could set it right now, get it in a location that we know is a pre-rut hot spot, that here in the next month and a half is really going to heat up as bucks start cruising more. But we can get in there right now, put it up, and let it start working. And then we're not having to go in at prime time right when that area starts getting hot and disturb that area by leaving scent. Another reason these locations are great are because we can know exactly what's going on at our hunting location. We can get a good idea of deer movement in there, and we can pick our hunting days that are favorable for that location based on the deer movement, the most current information we have, and the weather that's appropriate to hunt that location. This allows us to not go to a hunting location if deer aren't even using that area that time of the year. Maybe there's a white oak and we're waiting for that white oak to start dropping acorns, and when we start seeing those first acorns dropping and deer starting to come in, we know that when the conditions are appropriate, we need to slide in and maybe hunt that area. Another way to reduce disturbance or having to go into an area, well, that's managing your battery life appropriately. And I love the Moultrie mobile app. You can look right there on the app and know exactly what your battery life is on the camera. You don't need to go in every week and a half and say, man, I hope my batteries aren't dead, or I need to take in new batteries because, this other camera died and I probably need to go check this battery, and then it's full. You know exactly what the battery life is on every camera, so you only need to go in there when you need to change the batteries. And what's really cool on the new Moultrie Mobile Edge Pro, there's a smart capture option that allows you to only upload and send pictures that might only just be a buck, or only a doe, or only a turkey. Only those images that you're interested in receiving, those are the only images that are going to upload, so you're really going to save your battery life when it comes to uploading pictures and getting them on the app. Learning how to use your trail cameras to minimize disturbance can be a great way to maybe put a bit more venison in your freezer later this hunting season. I hope you get outside this week, maybe put some trail cameras up, start seeing some nice bucks in your area, but no matter what you're doing, make sure you slow down and enjoy creation.